Hello, everybody. How is it going? I'm Brainy Beaver, but I am a bear right now. So everybody can see some fancy new face tracking technology. Whoa, my head's swinging back and forth. Take that, cream skeptic. Yeah, I'm chilly Beaver now, I guess. How's everybody doing? How you doing, Christ Puncher? Not too bad. We went golfing today. You lit on fire because you're a redhead. This guy was bursting in flames by the time we got to hole 9. And then we got Frank from Way Off Topic Radio. Woo! Somebody wants in. There we go. Thoughts by Jay. And how you doing? Was this Frank? We'll get to you, Jay. How are you doing, Frank? I'm doing okay. Everybody I co-host with or try-host, we're talking with some other people right now about right now we do the Way Off Topic Radio podcast, and it's a lot of fun. It's slow as molasses because it's race season for Frank here. He does was it F1? IndyCar. Is it IndyCar? Isn't that boring for you? They just go in an oval. I'm teasing. Wait, which one's Indy? No, I'm thinking NASCAR. Sorry, you're right. I've been to NASCAR. It's the exciting one. I have to find my own video. It's taking forever to load my own stream up. I'm teasing. Oh, I gotta mute that. Jesus Christ. Oh, and plus I'm still feeding sound over. Maybe that's how I have to do it. Oh, that is how I have to do it. Wait a minute. They can't hear you, can they? They probably can't because I'm not pumping you guys over. Are you guys just listening to me? They're probably just listening to me. Hold on. Let me do this.
Mayfair just said you can only hear the beaver.
Okay.
Yeah, what's going on?
Hey, we fixed it.
How about now?
Fixed.
What do you guys say in the chat now? Do you hear us?
Yeah.
Can you guys hear my annoying voice?
Okay, so start that again. Fuck, that was a failure. God, I'm going to get this right one of these days. Like, I can't even do fights thing. He's got it set up and everything, and I fail at my own. All right, so starting again from the top. We've got Christ Puncher. Christ Puncher, they heard my end. You lit on fire. He said some girly things, like I'm Scottish and stuff.
Extremely Scottish and extremely pasty white. It doesn't take much.
Okay, except now my bear is responding to all of my... Okay, I gotta turn the lip move off. Because my bear is responding to all of your guys' talk. Say something, somebody else.
Hey, I'm the bear now.
Oh, bullshit. Oh, I turned that off. Hold
Perfect.
on.
It sounds... I think it's good. Awesome.
Looks like the chat says we're all on now.
Yeah, you're all on, except I'm fixing this garbage. Where is it here? Settings, damn it.
So you probably got too many monitors on, Beaver.
No, it's because the bear's listening, because the computer's listening to just mic activation, and it hears you guys, and it thinks it's
Are you running banana?
Yeah, but that doesn't matter because my computer's listening to you guys.
Well, don't slip.
No, but couldn't you use banana to send only your audio to the polar bear?
Well, no, because the polar bear is listening to my computer, and it's listening to everything that I'm outputting.
Okay, I get it. Yeah.
So it's just a
Shit, hold
matter
on.
of turning this. You know what? Just crank it right to the top. There, sensitivity gone. There, if I yell really loud, I'm so angry.
I'm an angry polar bear.
Just like the beaver.
You know what's
Ah!
okay? So what is interesting about this? I know the polar bear's mouth isn't moving now, which is a little trippy. But what is interesting about this is you guys can actually see my emotions. Watch, smiling, sad. This is deep thought.
Extremely weird.
You'll see it in 15 seconds. I know I'm not pumping it to you guys on the thing. You have to. It's got a delay, so you'll get it. That's so
Yeah, I mean,
noisy.
I'm looking at it on the chat on my other computer, and it is like delayed by 15 seconds.
Oh wait, wait a minute. I can make this happen for you guys. Yeah.
Share it up.
Well, here, what I'll do is I'll turn off window capture for a second. Well, wait a minute. You can see it on the thing, anyways. It's gonna screw it up for them because then they don't get to see who's talking, anyways. But we got bigger fish to fry. Okay, so we're just randomly talking about nothing. Let's get back to this. Okay, so Frank is awesome. We do the IndyCar podcast. You heard his sexy voice there a second ago murmur at you guys. Say something, Frank.
You do the IndyCar podcast with me, sorry.
Well, no, not the Indy. Yeah, way off. You do the Indy podcast. I never said I did. Oh, did I?
Yes, you did.
Well, I'm high as a kite. What can I say? Anyways, moving forward. Planer Walk, my little Kiwi friend. How you doing, buddy? Hey, there he is.
There you go. Speak.
Over here, you end up like a show pony over here, right? If you go to like school and stuff, they're like say something. Well, I meant like young kids, like they come over here as like like little boys and stuff, and all their friends are like, say something.
Yeah, they tell me, they say in an American accent, say dick, and I'm like, dick, and they're like, and then they start laughing, and I'm like, all I said was dick.
You guys, what I like about the bear, I wish they had a beaver. I'm gonna lobby them. What I like about it is that I can actually, people can see a little bit of liveliness, and look into my one monitor, and I can look to my right monitor, and I can shake my head at things. It's pretty interesting.
Beaver, I was looking this app up, and there's a second companion app to this where you can make your own 3D model to put in.
Well, I will work on that at some point in the winter, I guess, when I actually have some time.
When you're in hibernation.
When I'm hibernating. If I open my mouth, it'll detect the mouth movement.
I mean, you could always come to New Zealand, and it's winter. It's winter here, so.
No, we had enough winter. We don't want any more winter. You can keep your bloody winter.
Oh, their winter's fuck all though, man. It's like 2 degrees and raining.
Yeah, brr.
I mean, to be fair though, last year I didn't have much of a winter because I was in Australia. That was like 20 degrees most days. Wait.
Yeah, somebody said show me constipated, so I gotta do the fans a favor. Okay, they said show me constipated, and I don't know how I'm gonna do that. You guys will have to see it in again 15-16 seconds, but here we'll do constipated. Here.
Just look really angry, just like. That was nice. I do like this bear. It's kind of fun. I won't lie.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
The smile and the eyes, man. When you get certain looks on the face, it's freaking great.
Well, hold on. You guys see, I've shown a couple of views, but here you'll see. Here, watch. If you keep watching the stream here, I'll switch some avatars up here. Just to find the right button here. Strike needs the next one that comes up, everybody.
Yes, he does.
Yeah, you've seen it. You guys will see it in like 7 more seconds. Oh, I'm so concerned.
We're waiting.
Oh yeah, I know. You're waiting patiently. I could.
Mr. Unite for the Children says constipated polar bear. Now I'll have nightmares tonight.
I can bring you guys into this a little better here. Here. This'll
there you go. I see it.
Hey, look at that.
There we
The
go.
eyes are funny.
Yeah, we.
Yeah, that does. That would be for
Side
Side Strike right
Strike,
there. That's
this is-
for sure.
Boom! Side Strike needs that one. See, now it just showed up in the stream.
Yeah.
That's way more than 15 seconds. It must have a 15-second delay and then a YouTube delay and then Jesus.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I just have it muted, so I can only go by what I hear you guys say.
Will you kind of go by the chat and what they're talking about versus what we're
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
try and guess, but
then,
Here's a little tip that I have for everyone.
Okay.
So whenever you join a stream, go to settings and go to playback speed and set it to something like 1.5, and that will make it go as far as YouTube can. You still get a delay depending on how Brainy Beaver is set his up, but you know, if someone's only got a 2-second delay on their with the latency, then you get the data pretty fast. So that's what I do.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're right.
good
It did
idea.
start coming in faster. That's interesting. Oh, the chat window's behind me too. That was stupid. Hold on, let's fix that. And then we're gonna. You guys saw my title, possibly, maybe. I'm not sure. Chat window. Where the fuck is the chat window?
Oh, the physics quiz. Yes.
Do you know what I'm talking? You knew that one then?
the
Fucking
demo.
right, Beaver. Good choice, buddy. This is gonna be great.
Wait, so, sorry, is this like an actual D Marble video?
Yeah.
Physics quiz or?
Yeah, oh, yeah. There's a. Hold on here. Just let me find the right damn. I have too many. Oh, I'm still a dog.
So are the questions going to be like, how come in daytime the sky is blue, but at nighttime the sky is black? Answer me that, globetards. Like,
Oh no, it's even simpler. It was literally like 2 + 2 = 4. Correct. Like it's just fucking ridiculous.
Hi, my name is
arrogant doing
Brainy.
it, it's like, oh my god.
Hi, my
This
name is
movie is-
Brainy, and I've always wanted to be a pretty anime girl.
Oh God, what's coming?
It should be on your screen.
Oh
right now.
Jesus Christ. I was still on the chat live feed. Fuck.
Wait, here's drunk anime girl though. Wait, can I do one eye? Ah.
Hey Beaver, did you have to do anything specific to get your mixers up and down instead of side to side?
I don't know.
Mine all go side to side and come up as a list instead of in a row like they should be.
That
I
might have
like yours
been-
way better. I gotta figure that out.
That might have been Pig that helped do that.
What was that?
He can barely get the thing to work. You're going to ask him that question?
It's not that that's the problem. I've got too many damn it's like the same thing as having too many tabs. Like for that's what it is. It's
You got too many sources and not enough scenes.
chat
dude.
widget. There it is. Yeah, well, you know, I don't know what to tell you.
I do.
I don't have a lot of time. Oh, that's moving the wood window. It's
You
right
expect
here.
him to be organized as a beaver?
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I gotta
Beaver,
turn off
you're-
face rig for a second.
Your
There we
anime
go.
girl looks hammered, man.
Oh, she definitely does.
And then wait, wood window. I gotta just the main wood window. Outer border, lock that down. Okay, now I can grab this damn thing and move it over. Boom, face rig back. Haha, I'm still such a pretty girl. Hold on, I got a couple more to show before we get started. This one doesn't move its mouth much though. I do say, Reginald. Ha ha ha.
Oh my.
Need to get this for Jet.
Yeah. Crash had a good one. Anybody else picturing Team Skeptic's Twinkie and Brainy's anime chick?
Oh, we could totally do a stream together now. This is
Yeah. There's Jutmonk the Drunk Monkey.
He's kind of. I can't.
Oh.
He does, I want more.
Yeah,
monkey.
Yeah. He looks like he just stole somebody's wallet with that smirk on his face.
Hold on, this is constipated
There you
monkey.
He's an insurance salesman.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Anyways, we're having way too much fun with not talking about science or
You can
anything.
do constipation face with every character you can find.
Did I?
Yeah.
How many people are in here? Oh yeah, we got quite a
I'll
list of
be
people in here too. It's
Right
pretty good.
back.
Oh yeah, it's all good, buddy. Okay, so wait, let me. I gotta figure out how to close that. All right, we're good. You guys can actually see me looking at my screens now too. That's what's cool about it. Hold on, we got one more. We got. Oh, there's a snowman. Who wants to see Brainy Snowman? This will be like a Christmas special one. That's what this is gonna be.
I'm expecting it to go on a psychotic rampage like South Park.
This is a Christmas special. Yeah, that one's a Christmas special. And
The snowman is more Canadian than the beaver.
there's some trippy things
Yeah.
in here. I won't lie to you. Like this one is creepy.
Oh yes, that's creepy as.
Hold on, we'll rotate it through a few more. Has everybody like the cheeseburger? Cheeseburgers are fun. Oh, wicked!
I like the rabbit.
Oh, I love it.
What is it?
I don't know.
Marshmallow eye.
Like
I
a
don't know.
slug.
Looks like I've been gem mining. For a
It's
beaver, you
weird.
sure
I like
monkey
it.
around a lot. Ha 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 ha. That is funny. Okay, we're gonna do one more of these and let's get serious. Hold on. I bought some. Wait. Here we go. Wait. Yeah.
Is that the radar one?
People will
Mickey
get
Mouse?
bored. People will get bored of me just switching masks eventually. Hold on.
Okay,
but
I'm back. I'm back.
there was some pretty girls in here, but they oh, this guy is terrifying. Hello.
Don't forget my advice with this one, Beaver.
Well, yeah, I know. We'll send this here. We'll switch the background.
Dude, that
right
is
now.
all sorts of wrong. Holy.
Oh my god.
If that's what it takes.
I'm dreaming of a beautiful woman. It's pretty crazy how cheap this was. It was like $8.
Yeah, and there's a companion app for it where you can put your own models in. Jim Bojo and I were checking it out today.
Well, now I want to make my own beaver model. Even if it's garbage,
Yeah.
I'll just be like, hi, cha-chung, cha-chung, cha-chung.
Yeah, I was checking it out. It looked pretty interesting. That's
Okay.
for sure.
Okay, so let's do one more because I think it's fun. And wait, this one I haven't tried yet. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
What the hell are we hearing?
Yeah, come on, Christ Bunter. That's hey,
That's-
that's where you hit
that's-
mute.
Paper bags.
That's what the mute button's for.
Sorry, I'm done. I'm done.
No, but seriously,
done.
let's get in the habit of hitting mute when you're not chatting. That's what a lot of people do.
I know. Sorry.
No, it's not a big deal. I'm not beating you up about it. Jesus. Okay,
Yeah,
you're
no,
such a
no.
horrible person, you son of a bitch. Everybody tell Christ Puncher what a terrible. You know what? Christ Puncher what does Factor say? Christ Puncher the hell out of him?
I want to Christ puncher him in the face. Or
There
something.
you go. That's the
Thanks.
one. Okay, here one more. We're gonna do
Okay.
one more. Oh, I forgot I'm still a turkey. We're just gonna hang out for a little while like this, everybody. Hello. So, anyways, this is gonna be me for the next couple minutes. We're gonna bring up. Yeah, you know what? Let's start with this crazy cracker over here. Hold on. We'll turn this window capture back on. That's not the. Yeah, that is. I was watching the wrong. Oh, you guys, I'm presenting. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to keep presenting. So, anyways, here, hold on. Let's load up something here. Everybody, bear with me. You guys talk. Say something. Jay Brown, what are you up to?
Oh, just finishing up my script and staring at the social blade of that channel I was talking to you about earlier.
Did everybody see Rider of Dinosaurs? The misspellings of JM Tree?
Oh yeah.
God, those are good, eh?
Yeah. After
I
Factor.
love those.
Hey,
He just put out one new one. He put out a new one the other day. 10 to the negative 17.
That one's great. I love that one.
Yeah. I gotta-
His content is just off the charts good right now.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yes, D Marble. Oh God, I love you, buddy. I saw this and I
Oh,
was like,
he's-
I'd already seen it like 3 times, and I was like, why have I not made fun of this?
Yeah.
Here, I'll stop presenting this screen to you guys and present a different screen. D Marble. And then I'm gonna share. We're gonna do a window capture. Yeah, you're right. I just need to set it up with more scenes, right? So that I just switch between scenes. 'Cause
Yeah,
this
yeah.
is garbage.
I went psychotic doing what you're doing, and then I realized, take the time, set up the scenes, and then it's just click, 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 and you're done.
Also, an Elgato Stream Deck helps as well.
Yeah.
Getting a stream deck, like one of those button push things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I should.
Myself, I've just got it all hotkeyed
Hotkeyed?
to my keyboard. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've even got volume up and down hotkeyed and all that, so I can just go boom, nice and easy.
There we go.
I've got one of those gamer pads. It's kind of like a number pad, but with more buttons. I thought I'd use that maybe. That'd be nice. Not so big,
There,
Yeah,
this will be fun.
All right.
Yeah, I have the one that's color coded with all the little buttons.
Yeah, I wish I had the color code. I could do that because I've got an what are they called? One of those fancy light up keyboards, but
Oh, nice.
I just leave it all solid color. I can't stand the look of it when it's all freaking out.
I
This
got
is mine.
a bunch of Twilight Zone. Yeah, mine's got a bunch of white buttons.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm just gonna move.
Yeah, mine's
oh,
some razor
what
something.
in the world? Okay, hold on. I think it'll come back. There it is. Yeah. Okay, you guys can see it?
No.
Yep.
You do? I don't.
Oh, I was looking at the stream.
Okay,
Yeah, I
hold
was
on.
just gonna say.
So when I did that, it killed it to you. I see. Yeah, that's what I thought might have happened. See, that's why I asked. Okay, hold on. Oh, I see what I did wrong. Because I pulled it out and I put it in the same. Yeah, dummy. I put it in its like I put it in the same as a tab in your window, which I can't do because I was capturing the window.
Oh yeah, right.
Where is it here?
That's why you got to use multiple windows like every high IQ skeptic.
Damn it! That's the problem right now. It's
That's
how
very
many.
true.
It's how many windows I have. Okay, I gotta close that one.
It's
Oh my god!
a
I've
high
still got
quantity of Windows with a high amount of tabs.
Yeah.
Benz open from last night, for Christ's sakes, on Twink Skeptic stream.
M. Benz.
Yeah,
Is he still
fun?
going, or is that just older videos?
No, he's got a new channel. You really need to catch up. He's got what is it? He's doing like MBDC.
Yeah, he's
Well-
doing the DC Universe TV shows.
You know your camera's on, bud? Right?
Yeah, I know.
All right. I don't care if you
I'm
can
okay.
care.
Oh, did you get too much hate for teaching kids flat Earth?
Window.
Yeah,
There it
that
is.
got out of hand, eh?
There, it doesn't matter. You won't be on the screen in a second, anyways, because it's going to be. I don't know why their window capture changed, because that wasn't what I told it to capture.
Yeah, I don't know honestly. So
It doesn't matter.
That-
Switch it right now.
That guy really proved how such a douche he was when he destroyed his kids' enthusiasm about dinosaurs coming home from Jurassic Park.
Oh,
I
I
know.
know. That was terrible.
Yeah.
Window capture. Must be so boring for people.
No, it's funny. Actually, one of my friends, her last boyfriend didn't believe in dinosaurs, and one of his biggest pieces of quote-unquote evidence was because there was no video proof. Like,
Oh
what?
my god.
You see, that's why I don't believe in Jesus, because there's no video evidence.
Exactly. Right? Hey, have you ever seen Jesus Christ Superstar before?
Yep. I've seen
I mean, I have seen Jesus in a prison before, but I was told that that's not the real Jesus. So
that. I
calls
saw him on a
himself
talk
that.
show, but that was in South Park.
Hey, if any of you are watching the stream, feel free to relay messages to me. I've got a lot of windows open here. I'm afraid of, you know what I mean. If you see something that's important, There, see, I gotta put my own.
Oh my god.
See, now you're hearing yourselves because I've started my own stream there. See? Okay, let's do this. Everybody ready?
In.
It is
Yep.
totally time for D marbles. Okay, everybody, if you haven't done this, it's time for
Comments that
our
I always
quiz.
get in these flat Earth videos that I'll upload, typically the ones I'll do about the movements of the celestial bodies or gravity. One of the responses I always get from these globe believers, the more triggered ones, is you don't understand physics. And my response is always pretty much the same. I'm like, oh look, another physics expert. Well, here, how about this, genius? Go ahead and explain the physics of liquids or water in large quantities. Now, do they ever do it? No.
Like, is he just talking about flatness again?
Yeah. Oh,
yeah.
definitely.
You know where we're going here, flat and level, right?
Oh, yeah.
You see, I made a video last year on the shape of water. And, you know, whenever I ask a flat earther, describe to me the shape of water, they never give me the answer that I'm looking for. An answer that no matter which system you're using, whether you're using a flat earth or a globe earth, it still holds true. And that is that water conforms to the forces that are acting upon it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, exactly, right? I was sorry, I was reading the comments here. You can get a 12-ounce bottle of water for the low price of $69.69. Bath water, limited time. Oh my god.
At least you guys are lucky. You don't live in the same state as him like I do. I'm about 45 minutes away from where he lives.
I'm so
Oh,
sorry to hear
God.
that.
You must be able to feel the stupid energy emanating from his
Yeah.
home.
I will literally walk around the area of the town that I live in, and I will find signs graffitied with "the Earth is flat" and things like that. And I keep looking for his van, but I can't find it.
And sorry, who is that lives near you?
I live near D Marble. He lives
Oh
in
my
Tacoma.
god, is that actually him that's doing that?
No, I don't think it
Probably.
is.
No, but you would know, because if you see a 74 Chevy Vandura with shag carpeting too close to a high school, it's probably D Marble.
You're giving it way too much credit. I was
Send
thinking
their
middle
Wi-Fi.
school.
Yeah, I just didn't want to go that far.
Anyways, okay, let's do this again. Sorry, I'm playing with my,
Yeah.
everybody's like watching me change avatars.
For some reason or another, globe believers like to tiptoe around that particular aspect of physics. So let's do a quick check on understanding, a real simple rudimentary
creepy.
exercise, and then we're going to look at physics real quick. How about that?
I'm sure we are.
This will be great.
Now, what do you see here? A globe. B, a bowling ball. C, a spherical balloon.
Hey, I'd love to have a bowling ball that looks like that personally.
But
Oh, it would make bowling really interesting,
Yeah, hell yeah.
you know? Oh,
I was
North
like,
America just took a strike down.
But see, I actually thought it was funny because it was like telling flat Earth, you know, like the whole, like, what would the flat earther answer be? It's fucking lies. That's what I see.
Yeah, it should be a D CGI NASA photo.
Yeah. Damn Illuminati, ruining everything.
For you can own the bottle of laser beam special golden bathwater for half the price of a small advert.
But I'm not sure about you guys, but all I see is light.
Whoa.
Clearly.
Right on.
bouncing
There you
bouncing off
go.
of it.
That's
think it'd
not
be-
bad. What do you see here? Light. I like it.
Fair enough.
D marble. Oh, God. You don't
I
see.
seen
He
that.
hasn't been out much.
In the bottom left-hand corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what do I see? An idiot underneath a picture of the globe.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's a different size than the last picture I saw.
A,
How come North
Moving on.
America got bigger and smaller?
now, what is the most prevalent surface color on this globe?
I was like, it depends on which color of Himawari you're using.
Yeah.
I thought,
Notice how he had to underline surface color because he doesn't want people to go, well, there's more white than anything because of the clouds.
that's true, isn't it?
Do you guys think that when he made these questions, he actually had to think about it before, like, answering it? He's just like, what is it actually? I don't even know.
Well, I was thinking that maybe he got stumped by these himself and thought he would ask his followers.
That's just it, right?
I'm rolling my eyebrows at the audience. I'm giving them
I
sexy
see a
eyebrows.
terrible Photoshop job by D Marble.
Yeah. That's funny. You got to give him credit though for doing a bit of a green screen thing in the back of his van.
It's like, couldn't he spent more than 5 minutes trying to trace out his big head?
I know it's a poor job, eh?
It's like, dude, you have gigantic headphones on. It couldn't have been that hard.
Yeah, and it's not like his hair is frizzy because it's just fucking dreadlocks.
Yeah, he was a lot more shinier in Simon Dan's first video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shinier. That's all the grease from not bathing, from living in that damn vehicle.
Just like that crazy chick somebody did a video on recently with the concave moon. Her face was so shiny that I was actually getting sore eyes watching the video.
Like a hot spot, right? So someone's like right above them.
I saw some chick that. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, usually you only get that from bald people.
I saw
Especially the short ones.
one of the girls I saw. I can't remember whose stream it was on. Paul in the Plains or something like that, or. They were like, oh, or maybe it was Nathan Thompson. Either way, it was like, oh, the more I look at it, the concave Earth, answers more things than ever. I don't want to be a concave Earther. I'm already get made fun of for being a flat Earther. And then, so like on some other video I saw her, and I was like, you don't know half the. I was like, she posted something. I was like, hey, concave Earth girl, you don't know half the story. And it was called her.
Awesome.
She was like, no, they know. Sorry. What?
I got that joke.
Concave Earth girl. Yeah, she's. That's. Hey, when are we doing? Another? Well, we got to keep going on this damn stream. But when are we doing? Are you doing the TZ thing tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow night. LIW, the Twilight Zone review.
I should watch the one you told me to and join. Anyways, let's watch this. Okay.
Yeah.
A, white, B, green, or C, blue? Blue. Very good.
Oh, I was so
What
stumped.
does the blue on the globe represent? A, land masses.
Depends on if you ask Hans. It could be all fake. Everything's fake. Their colors don't even exist anymore.
Yeah, good old Hans Mole, man. He's always good for a laugh.
Colors are colors are
Yeah,
fake.
but Hans would tell you that the ocean has transitioned and is now land.
It identifies as a different type of liquid now.
It's yeah, that's true.
Another flat earther that could trigger me more than Jeranism, and Hans took it.
Yeah.
Hans makes me upset.
Yeah.
He had that video where he's talking about what was it, roadside bombs, like, and saying like they don't exist, and any of the people come back from war that have missing limbs and stuff, that they're all faking it. It's like, oh man, he triggered me so hard I was ready to set my computer on fire.
Yeah, he's the kind of guy that can cost you $300-400 a year in monitors just because you smash them, man.
Just punch him right in the face. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
Angry at Hans. Ooh, angry bear. You guys will see it in 20 seconds. Brr, angry bear. Anyways, happy bear. This bear's got problems. So, anyways.
This B, water. C, lava.
Lava, definitely lava.
B, water.
Damn it!
Oh, you got 3 correct. Holy.
Under what state of matter is water classified?
Water.
A solid, B,
Oh.
gas, or C, a liquid?
Water.
I'm saying solid because I
chose
freeze it a
C.
lot for
You are
drinking.
Okay.
The only thing is that's actually not necessarily
I see all
true,
three
is
in
it?
that one picture, right? All 3 are in that one picture.
Well, 'cause
Clouds, water, ice.
Yeah, I know, I love that.
Yeah, but
Like,
that's not even true. Yeah, because ice. Yeah, okay, ice is a different state, and I can see it's not liquid, right? But
Right.
but water, steam
Well,
is still water.
I mean, would you want to argue semantics here? Because I could say, mercury is a liquid, but mercury is also a solid, and mercury can also be a gas.
yeah,
right?
but no, I don't think
Yeah.
mercury is actually a
Water
solid.
can be.
I don't think mercury is technically a solid. It's actually just a liquid metal.
But I mean, if it were to be cold enough, it would be solid, right?
Yeah.
Well, but that's
Would
what
it be
that's
called- would it be called something else, or
Yeah,
would it still be called mercury?
well, but that they actually probably do have a different name for it, or just be frozen mercury. But the only reason that we've given ice a different name is because, see, like everything has 3 states. Okay, so what you need to understand, Christ Puncher, is that there's a liquid, there's a gas, and there's a solid state for everything. Solid tends to be the colder, inert state.
Well, no, I know that. I'm just referring to like what they've named them. Like I just.
Well,
like,
but it's not a matter of names, it's about physics we're talking about here. So, I mean, you know, mercury is a liquid, and it would become a solid if you cooled it down enough, and if you got it hot enough, it would vaporize into mercury gas, which is really, really not good for you. Don't inhale it.
No, I mean, liquid's bad enough, let alone the gas, so yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
the gas. Oh, you know, okay, so anytime you guys, okay, everybody in the chat, I know some of you have done this. Yeah, you can freeze mercury. Of course you can freeze mercury. Somebody said in the chat, but I know somebody in the chat has done this. Admit it. Tell us who you are. You have smashed fluorescent light bulbs over your friends, or
Yeah.
near your
but
friends.
no, all I was getting, I was just saying, like, because technically if you have steam, that would be just, water in a gaseous
Well, but that's
state or
exactly
or
what
whatever.
that's exactly what I was saying. And you're,
And then
and you're
that-
right. But he's breaking it down to the physics of liquid, gas, solid.
No, I know that. I was just being.
But here's my question: what's the liquid for carbon dioxide? Does carbon dioxide
Yeah,
have
yeah.
a liquid form?
Yeah, it'd be, well, everything has a liquid form. Once you compress it down, it'll usually either have to compress it or get it cold, right? Or start cooling it down.
Because I know that carbon dioxide. I'm pretty sure that when it comes to temperature, it sublimates.
Oh no, you're right
rather
too,
than-
because it does. It just forms a solid. It'll drop right out.
You guys realize we've taken this so far beyond anywhere D Marble can handle. It's already not funny, right?
If you play
To answer the
oxygen,
light-
hey,
To answer the fluorescent light thing, you can't prove anything.
I knew it. I knew it because you know what? They're full of mercury gas. So just if you do it, run away. Like when they smash, you really, especially if it's like in a dumpster and you're nearby and somebody like throws a bunch in there, you should really back up for a bit until that dust settles, because it's really not good for you.
You know, on the submarine that I served on, we had fluorescent lights full of mercury gas too. You really think that was a bright idea?
That's kinda how she goes. Exactly.
Boom, boom.
You smash them and all the dust comes out.
Yeah.
As you inhale it.
There goes a year off my life.
We've all been there. I've been exposed to asbestos. I was in a building where they
yeah.
scraped the ceiling, and half the ceiling was covered in white fluffy and half wasn't. And we were like, well, that's
Yeah,
asbestos.
I just saw a message or in the chat here says carbon dioxide does not have a liquid form. I work for a
Is that what it is? Okay. So some things, I mean, it might have a very minute liquid form that exists for only a split second.
Turns into a liquid when it enters the ocean, carbonic acid or something like that.
I don't know the
Something like that.
physics of exactly how the carbon dioxide does, but if you play Oxygen Not Included, anybody who's never played Oxygen Not Included, that is an awesome game that no flat earther could ever deal with, because you can literally do things like take the carbon dioxide out of your air by cooling it down to the point of sublimation and all that kind of stuff. It's like a physics generator where you start in the center of an asteroid and you are running out of oxygen constantly, and it's kind of like this race between trying to have enough duplicants to like taking on more and more duplicants as you build up facilities to handle them, facilities like toilets, germs, wastewater, all that stuff, but you're trying to build a sustainable system. So like, the guys will go to the bathroom and the urine goes down into like a bad water thing where you try to clean it out with heat and stuff like that using thermal vents, and you try not to use too much energy. It's awesome game. You should really try it if anybody likes that kind of. Check it out on Steam. Oxygen Not Included.
Now, let's take a look at the conclusion here. Most of the Earth's surface is covered by liquid. That's what we just established by answering those questions.
Ice formed in high
Still
pressure
with me?
hot ice.
Good.
I've never
Now,
heard of hot ice.
Let's take a quick look at a short video outlining the physics of liquid.
Oh, fuck this
Oh
shit.
yeah, this is where we get serious, boys.
Yep.
Yeah. It's gonna
Let
show
us
water in a
perform an
glass.
activity to show
This makes me laugh so hard though.
He's going to show a whole bunch of shit, but most of it isn't physics.
Well, this is awesome.
seek
By the
their
way-
own level. Take a series of interconnected tubes of different shapes as shown here. pour colored liquid into one of the tubes. Observe that the liquid stands at the same
Oh my
Looks like the ultimate water
goodness.
bomb.
Ha! Yeah, the one I got looks like the middle one on the left. Middle left.
I was thinking of like a meme where like you back out and there's one of these level on each part of the planet. Like on all 3 parts of the planet. Like there's some idiot doing a test on 3 parts, like all 3 sides, or all 4 sides, you know, from like a cross section. Like, see, level. And then you got Christ Puncher out there getting chemtrail burns all day.
Oh, I know.
You should have seen the chemtrail burns coming down. He wasn't spraying enough vinegar in the air to stop him, so.
There wasn't a
Oh,
single...
come on. We all know they use the vinegar now, don't we, guys?
Is that... I just heard about that today. Vinegar?
It didn't there because that grass is fairly green, so they couldn't have been spraying vinegar in the sky.
You're supposed to just spray vinegar in the sky, and that's what you get, or what? Like you defend yourself by spritzing vinegar?
There wasn't a single cloud in the sky, but we were right by a like a little small airport and all that, so it only makes perfect sense. That's the only plausible explanation. It couldn't be the sun or anything.
You're right. The planes did it.
horizontal
Those tiny planes.
level in each tube, even though the area of cross-section of each tube is different. We know that the pressure at the top of each tube is equal to the atmospheric pressure. Similarly, the pressure at the bottom of each tube will also be equal. Hence, liquids seek their own level.
What insane accent is that?
Okay, so
Yeah, I don't know.
So he takes a picture off the internet here, and he goes, "Look, this lock. It's level on each side of this lock."
If this isn't to scale, I'm gonna just crack up.
Like this.
I wonder if he'd be.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
was just gonna say, I wonder if he'd be able to give the answer that I'm looking for when I say, what best describes the shape of water?
I would love to hear it.
Yeah, well, exactly.
Like
Right.
flat earthers always say, "Oh, water's level," and it's like, okay, that doesn't really describe. That only describes the top of a water over a small area. What
That's
would
right.
describe if I've got the side of water, what would describe the shape of that? If I'm spinning water around in the bucket, what would describe the shape of water in that? And
Exactly.
sometimes they get a little more advanced and they say, well, it will take the shape of the container it's in. And
Well,
that is...
Sorry, but I was just gonna say, but it understands that water will conform to the forces acting on it, right? And so
Yeah,
if you're spinning around in a bucket, it's gonna be concave, probably, so go off to the sides, but they just see it as flat, and that's as far as their brains can comprehend. There's like, oh, well, yeah, it's flat in the ocean, or it looks flat, therefore, what else could it possibly be?
I'm scratching out D Marble's eyes like I'm some sort of psychopath right now with my mouse. Anyways, you guys are talking. I got an invite in here. I gotta find my
cannot
meets
come up
window.
with-
This is gonna be terrifying. Sorry, go
Hey,
ahead.
Brainy, I can't stop looking at Atlantic and Pacific Oceans on the wrong side.
You could be looking at it from the north looking south. I mean, that would not
No,
work, actually.
I thought that through my head. Like, if I was coming south up, but no, still be on the right.
You're right. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ah, that's funny.
It looks like the kind of thing you would see on a Denny's menu, for fuck's sakes.
Yeah, like with the little mazes and all that, and like fill in
That
the
is way
blanks.
too classy for
Yeah,
Denny's.
where are my crayons so I can finish this?
Yeah, but you can see
Denny's
that-
menus have more thought put into them.
I just
Yeah,
imagine.
that's true, man.
I just imagine D Marvel. I know I'm not supposed to draw outside the lines, but I didn't drink the fluoride in the water, so I'm able to.
you can clearly see that. I mean, they show that it's level. I mean, why would they make some sort of thing like this if it wasn't true? You know?
The water doesn't even flow down. It just goes in little rectangles to the next lower place. It's amazing.
So he's actually looking southwest to northeast.
Just checking my teeth, on the OBS right now. Ah, nice teeth. Yeah, okay, so let's let him vary himself a little bit more here. How much is he? Oh god, it's just water's level. It's just fucking water's level. Here, let's let him do it. Why not? Let's
Go
hear
along
him.
with that, here's an example. Here's a cross-section side profile of the Panama Canal. Now, what you can see is on the far right side. It shows the Pacific Ocean at sea level, which you can see is pretty much flat on the surface. And then what happens is the boats move across Panama through a series of locks, rising and lowering the level of the water, moving across the landmass, and then coming out to the other side on the Atlantic Ocean, which is also at sea level. Now this side profile here shows that, in correlation to what we just saw as the physics of water, that the
God.
I mean, I mean, we almost don't even need to watch the rest of this. It's really, we know what he's gonna say.
Oh yeah, but hold on, that part with the lake when you were scrubbing there.
Is that the good
part,
stuff?
Yeah, he says something right stupid around there
right,
too.
Let's fucking do it. Let's do it.
Yeah.
surface
I mean,
of
if we're
water
gonna hit this son of a bitch, let's fucking do it, right?
is always flat.
Yeah.
The water.
I've got one of those MMS people next too. He's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Liquids seek to find their own level. Now, you in your own personal experience have never seen water do anything on the surface other than represent a level surface.
And that right there is horse shit
Oh,
anyways,
God.
because who hasn't overfilled a glass with water?
Yeah, or
I
seen a
know.
waterfall, or jumped in a pool, or many,
Or looked
many,
at the
many
ocean
things.
through a periscope in a submarine.
I haven't done that personally.
Not
That
I
sounds
have.
cool.
Yeah.
Do you know how many
With dolphins going around too.
About you being in a submarine? I am obsessed with submarines, sir.
I've got a cavity in the back left mold.
you are-
Sorry, go ahead.
You are badass as far as I'm concerned.
I pretty much tell that to all the Marines around me too, and they think I am pretty badass too. So it's all right.
Right on. Like, I just want to know, is there really a secret little underwater thing from Idaho, that lake that they test shit into the Pacific Ocean? Come on.
Oh.
You can say it.
They test in Lake Pendorial. That's all I can say.
Mhm. That's a yes.
Yeah, we're gonna, a couple of buddies of mine, we're getting a couple of boats out coming up, and I've got a decent powered laser, and we're gonna do the laser thing. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the testing done first, so we can see how big the cone is growing from the laser, because it's not that good of a laser, right? And then we're gonna factor all that in to the equation, or to the situation in the experiment, as we drive the boat. And on either side of the town I live in, we got beautiful lakes, and the north side is a good hour to go across from end to end. So we're gonna pull this off coming up this summer, a couple of buddies of mine and I, and we're gonna show these fucking dummies how it's really done.
You're gonna
Can't
hurt their
wait.
fifis.
Sorry?
You're gonna hurt their fifis though.
Well, and keep in mind, they don't like controlled experiments. That's well beyond their level of comprehension.
You're
Right.
damn right it is.
If it takes
Like,
an hour
well-
to get across the lake, you need to borrow my jet ski or something.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
but
yeah.
This is Crash. Crash's RC. But budget. Say your damn channel name. I don't. It's long.
Crashes RC budget builds and reviews.
There you
There
go.
you go.
Everybody wants to learn how to get those. Well, you said the drones are fairly cheap ones. You build them, you can wreck them and rebuild them and all that.
Yeah, our
stuff.
race drones don't cost. My WAPs are like $150 a piece.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So yeah, if anybody wants to go check out that kind of stuff, you find his channel there, and that's where you can find that. It's pretty cool stuff.
Heck, Canadian
Yeah.
Thomas has been on a couple of my late night fucking 9-hour hangouts.
I've
Yeah,
seen-
they're awesome too.
You're like
People,
a
check
crack,
them out.
You're like a crack addict, though. You send me I'm okay with it too. I'll just come if I can. But it's like I look in my chat thing with him. It's just like invite, 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 invite,
Yeah.
invite, 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 invite.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I can one day might try to come to one.
Yeah, I've made a couple. I wish I could have made it to a few more, but life is life. But man, we have a freaking blast on his show. It's great fun.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'll be
Yeah.
streaming more. I got signed off to go back to work, so I'm kind of balancing that out with my streams. I actually have to get some sleep.
Yeah, I know that one, man. I'm parenting a special needs 12-year-old and working for myself and doing all this shit.
Oh, I'm spending. I had a customer that's having me develop some pulling tractor motors and has very deep wallets. So
Nice.
go.
You mean like full size, real life?
yeah, I blew up a $100,000 engine the other day on my dyno.
Oh wow, man. That's my kind of shit. I love cars.
the best part, dude didn't even get pissed. He just looked at me, said, "You got a mess to clean up," and wrote me a check.
Nice. Nice. You got good clientele, brother.
I'm good at what I do, and we're developing stuff to a rule book. I have to use a stock block, but we want to make stupid horsepower, so it's a lot of custom built experimental shit.
Right, right. Cool, man. Awesome. I can't wait to hear more about this.
How much horsepower did you get out of the block? Like what size was the block that you got the most horsepower out of it?
It's a John Deere 4200 series motor that we've taken out to almost 1100 cubic inches.
Holy.
How thin are the sidewalls of the block?
The block by itself weighs 980 pounds.
Wow.
It's a full-size diesel tractor that you see in a field.
That's it, just 980 pounds. That's pretty light.
Hey, I was able to go into my settings and actually change it so it's only using my microphone now. So that's actually
nice.
Now my bear's mouth is moving again.
Yeah, see, I figured there had to be a way to do that.
Well, yeah, so now it's only listening to the microphone, not the system audio. I mean, yeah, I just hadn't had any time. This was kind of tonight was about testing this a little bit more.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
Oh, my bear actually disappeared while I was in the settings, I noticed. I didn't even notice
that was our issue, is using the stock aluminum block at the moment. So I got to back boost off and some other shit and figure out how to make power differently.
Is the crank able to take it? Like you can really dial it up and it's fine? The bottom end's good?
We made a custom crank.
Oh, nice, nice. Flat plane?
Right now I've got a weird crossfire setup that I'm playing with that was making good power until the block failed on the dyno, so...
Ah, sounds awesome, man. You got to tell me more later. This is really good. We'll derail the stream too much if we keep going.
Right. Me and Farmer's Boy and Big Blue had like a 4-hour conversation about it the other night on a hangout.
Oh, I got to check that out. Awesome.
I've been rocking in my chair and my bear just keeps going back and back and forth. All right.
As
Let's
if
rock
a
it.
perfect mirror. Now, if the surface of water were bulging, such an effect wouldn't be possible. This whole mirror thing that we have going on right here, that's not possible if the surface is curving. But then this is where people would make excuses saying that this particular body of water is too small and that there's not enough space to see the curvature.
And they would be right.
Yeah, yeah.
So let's take into consideration what you're seeing here. This is the world's biggest mirror. It's the salt flats in Uyu.
Looks like a hottie in the center, the world's biggest mirror.
Well, can we just take what he said for a second there? It's essentially the world's biggest mirror. Now, the mirror in my bathroom is, what, 3 feet by 2 feet? And it reflects just fine. So if the world's biggest mirror follows the tiniest gentle curve of the earth, wouldn't it be just fine to reflect the exact same way?
I want to talk about the hot chick that he never zooms in on.
It comes down to scale with them again. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit curved or not. If it's on a grandiose scale, you're not going to notice.
Yeah, well, for them, curve just means curve, right? Like,
Fine.
Yeah.
None of you guys want to be a pervert. I'll be a pervert all by myself. I'll just look at her alone. I'll be like, hey, baby. Hey, baby, how you doing? How you doing, girl? Girl.
Yeah, the chat has already picked up on what you're doing, Beaver.
Anyway,
scale is a huge issue with these guys. Like, they have absolutely zero concept of any kind of scale.
no, like, not in the least.
do
Like,
we still have Planner Walk out there? He's quiet.
I was just going to
Yeah.
ask.
I haven't heard him in a while.
Yeah, Planner Walk, jump in on the scale, man. You've got to have something cool to say.
You there?
Well, I'm not light enough for it to register on the. Oh, I'm not heavy enough for it to register on the scale. So.
You are tiny. Hey, I like your 1,000 play button. I'm very jealous. I never got sent a paper play button. I was surprised. You know, I saw yours and I figured that was, you know, what we got, paper. It's like the first wedding or something, or isn't it the first anniversary? It's
Yeah,
like
paper.
It's paper, and then it turns into like
Yeah.
leather. I mean, it eventually
But the-
turns
the-
into leather,
the first-
doesn't it?
The first
Yeah.
wedding? You get paper for your first wedding? What's the second wedding?
It was always about the leather when I was getting married, you know.
Yeah.
Just kidding. Anyway.
Yeah. So, One person, like, or not one person, but heaps of people have been saying, look, you need to update your play button. You're at 4,000 subscribers now. I'm like, it gets updated when I reach 10,000. And
There you go.
it becomes a wooden play button then.
I gotta post more. You guys are leaving me in the dust, and I'm sad panda from it.
That makes me a sad panda.
I mean, I'm not a panda either right now. I'm a polar bear, but I want to. I'm bi-curious though. See, I'm a bi-curious polar bear.
You identify as a panda.
Yeah, that's right.
You can be any kind of bear that you want to be.
That's right. My acronym is Panda Bear. So, hey, I'm very angry that you chose to call me something other than what I chose to be calling myself. Which, by the way, I don't mind calling somebody what they want to be called, but don't get upset with me because I didn't know what it was off the bat, sir or ma'am.
Yeah. I mean, shit happens. You can't be like on guard and ready to draw your weapon all the time.
No,
I mean, I have hair down to the back of my ass, and when some guy whistles at me when I'm walking down the street, I don't turn around and lose my shit. I point and laugh, right? You know?
Yeah. Oh, the same thing happens to me. I have a frail body, and not down to my ass, but past my shoulders.
Yeah. So same thing, right? You know, you get it too.
Yeah.
Bolivia. This place is 100 miles across. And
Oh, no wonder she's hot in Bolivia. I'm just kidding. I don't know.
After it rains,
Isn't that like East Europe or something? Bolivia? No, Bolivia. South America, right? I don't know where the
South
fuck
America.
Bolivia is.
South America.
Oh, I saved myself at the end.
Yeah, you did, because I forgot to mute myself.
Well, that's good at least. Oh, see what
I was
happens
hoping
if
they were gonna zoom. I was
lose-
hoping they were gonna zoom in to see that it was a dude with a beard.
I thought it was a dude.
I'd have been like, man, that guy was hot.
tube of water, and it becomes a perfect mirror, as you can see here. That doesn't happen on a globe. That's entirely too much missing curvature.
And how the fuck would he know it's even anyways? He's looking at it at an angle, you dumb shit. Like
Yeah.
he doesn't have a perspective that would even give him the ability to know if it was actually flat or curved anyways.
And on top of that, has no one ever seen like a shiny metal ball? It reflects just fine. Might be a little bit distorted, but it reflects just fine.
Well, and everybody's
That's
seen
And if it's a really really big ball, it'll reflect without the distortion.
Exactly.
Because, right?
everybody's
The
seen
size is a thing. Scale's a thing. Amazing how it works.
everybody's seen the basketball now that's been zoomed in on. Basically, the
Yeah.
basketball looks flat.
Somebody in the chat said they can they can see the reflection in the spoon. So what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what? sorry?
And
1 second.
So you know the physics of water.
That is cool though.
Water seeks to find its level. And that's what the surface of level water looks like.
Fuck, think about the burn you would have came out of there with Christ Puncher. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
You might as well have just poured gas on you and lit you on fire. Like, holy
Yeah, I just set
shit.
myself on fire. Well, it's a good thing Factor had that sunscreen there. Otherwise, yeah, holy smokes, would have been just.
Full disclosure, I went to the first official open Beaver today. And
Yes, it was quite enjoyable.
Factard is a regular golfer, and
He's quite amazing.
he's quite incredible to watch, really. He on most occasions he was like one drive for our 3 to maybe Christ
Well,
Puncher's
3 for
5.
you, maybe 5 or 6.
Hey, by the
for
end of
me.
it, I was doing pretty good. My last
No,
few
you were-
drives were like
No, you were
fucking
doing
right
really well,
on
Dan.
target. I was all over the place, people. So don't think that it was a good game for me. It was just like tree, bush, water.
Well,
Hey,
how about
look at that shot.
How about that one hole where you sunk like 4 balls in the water there?
That's because I refused to give up. I was dropping my
He
ball where
did.
I lie.
He was very, very determined. He's just like, I got this.
I hadn't lost a ball. I'd actually gained balls, so I was like, let's lose some fucking balls before. We're
Yeah.
on what hole was it, like 17 or something, or 16, something like that.
That's near the end. Yeah, there's a back 9 somewhere around there.
But Christ Punchers, we're gonna have to call Russian vids in here because we've discovered that trees are magnetic and balls are attracted to them.
Holy crap!
Because there must be salt water all over those fucking balls. Like, Christ Puncher, were you washing your balls with salt water? Because
I wasn't gonna say anything.
you know,
but yeah, but no one was
I
looking
thought
at
there
it.
was magnets in those trees. I was suspicious when my my iron wanted to like go towards the tree, and it was proven when your salty balls got pulled
Like
towards
every single like I probably hit at least like 20 trees. Like,
So let me get this right. Someone washed their salty balls.
Yeah, he's
Are we
Yeah.
still talking about golf?
yeah, his salty balls were getting hit all over trees all day. But
Yeah.
Russian Vid
Yeah,
said
this turned to
said that it
South
was
Park for me a while ago, man.
you saw all that debacle, right? Planar Walk. Do you know what we're talking about right now with salt water being magnetic? Please tell me. Oh, you got to catch up. That you should go watch one of my more recent videos where I did the teardown of Fight the Flat Earth and Mai's discussion with what was it? It was Russian Vids and UC33 who is just psycho.
That was a discussion.
Yeah, well, you know.
That was a train wreck.
Yeah, well, they don't have discussions. Why don't you tell them that first time, Beaver? Beaver, why did you answer it the first time, Beaver? You'd have to go watch it, Planar Walk. It's really beautiful. But if you just go watch my video of it, it'll give it it's actually a 30-minute damn video, but it breaks the whole 2-hour debate into the best of the best. And
Okay.
I was even leaving shit out, but it starts. Let's put it this way: watch the first 1 minute of the video, and you will know what I'm talking about. Because in fact, fuck it, we will show him that in 10 seconds here. He's gonna watch it. Let's finish D Marble.
Perfect area.
Yeah.
Because then he'll know what we're talking about. He'll know why his salty balls were all over those magnetic trees.
oh,
Gives off
they
that
were all over him.
reflection,
Like seriously.
indicating that there's no curvature on the surface. This is one of my originals from a while back, and this is just to get
Look
you.
how proud he is of himself. He was so happy there. Look at this. Look at
That fucking smug face.
Look at this is
Yeah.
one of my originals, and he takes a big breath, puffs his chest up.
This is one of my originals from a while
That's
back.
when I figure he's just whiffing his own
Right there,
farts.
right there. He just sniffed his own fart, and he's just inhaled it right there. He's
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man. Look at that look on his face. He's like, fuck, that smells so good.
oh god, I love myself.
Wow. I've just been told something and I regurgitated it, and it's totally my own thing that I just figured out for
This is
myself, even though
just
it's
a-
totally wrong anyway.
Think
Yeah.
about this stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm just
The
jumping at it.
simplicity of where we are.
It's almost done, so we'll get that
Whether
done.
it's water in a glass, whether it's in a pond, a puddle, in a lake, or on the ocean, the surface is always flat and level. You need to take into consideration the fact that bodies of water only appear to curve in pictures that you will never be.
That? Oh no, I skipped ahead. I want to go back. Hold on. Wait. That pond was shaped like
Yeah,
a dick.
hold on. I wanted to say something there.
No, that pond was shaped like a dick. Look at that pond.
Oh,
is
yeah.
shaped like a dick.
Yeah.
It's a stubby.
Swollen.
He's got swollen testicles and a very short wiener. But that pond is definitely shaped like a dick.
No, the pond is pear-shaped, clearly.
The giant.
That's an
this
old
thing.
blade spheroid.
Look at this thing.
Oh no, that's below it. Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah, you know,
Somebody want a
he's talking about
dick-shaped
water
pond.
finding its own level. It's level on that fucking blue sphere just to your side there, D.
Oh yeah, but they think that's remember they confuse elevation with curvature. That's way beyond like their ability to think. That's
Exactly. They can't
Right.
handle that to save their lives, man.
They have a hard time coming up with three-dimension shit, but they want to talk about fourth-dimensional space-time and all that fun shit right now.
what they don't know how to convert meters into kilometers. Like you want to talk about like the theory of general relativity? Okay, have fun with it.
Well,
Yeah.
they can't figure out the internal angles of an equilateral triangle either, but yeah.
Well, that's 572 and a half, right?
Well, I think when it comes to the whole flat earthers have problem with 3 dimensions. I mean, converting meters to kilometers is having trouble with 1 dimension.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true.
Exactly, right?
The triangle, that's 2 dimensions. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's just right out of their league.
Here, he's pretty much done here. But here, let's show really because
So,
he's done.
I'll admit it that both
Let-
of these
Let's
models
show. Oh,
have
damn,
their
I
own.
keep hitting pause and it's just delaying. We'll show you.
You got to bring
really
that other
quick-
one up, Beaver. Yeah.
We're gonna show you quickly why his salty balls were being attracted to magnetic trees.
Jesus Christ. You can't make this shit up, man.
It was the best.
I thought
thing ever.
obviously
no,
someone
you can
did.
because they'll do make it up.
Yeah.
I watched that debate live, and I bet I
fires.
spilled more coffee during it than I drank.
Oh, yeah,
I bet.
that was the fun part too. Counting by threes.
How do you flood a freaking lake? Why do we have tides on this flat Earth? How do you flood a ball? Let me ask you that. How do you flood a freaking ball? I'll tell you how tides work real quick. Salt water is highly magnetic. When the sun and the moon circle above, this is what creates the tides. Everything is very simple.
Magnetic.
You can't flood a ball. Show me through science flooding a ball.
Tao,
You can't demonstrate it.
Tao, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Magnet.
Oh, just make sure there's a lot in there. You know, you really want to make sure it's salty water because you want to make sure it's as magnetic as possible. You know,
The more
get as much coarse salt in there as you can. You know, that's right. We'll just make sure we stir it up. Oh yeah, you want to make sure she's good and in there. Oh yeah. Salty water.
This is why I spilled massive amounts of coffee.
I don't understand it. Russian vid said, "What the f? God damn it!"
I don't know, Doctor. Looking back, I think it may have been real butter.
Your husband murdered 3 children.
That's how I started my video. I didn't get demonetized on that one either. I thought for sure it was done.
I pushed it too much on my last one. I used a bunch of South Park. No problem yet.
Well, you got if you keep them short, certain companies care less than others. Family Guy.
That's true.
See, you seem to be able to get away with a lot of Family Guy without drawing the ire of any sort of auto claim system.
Right.
Who knows if they like it because it just helps drive their show forward with advertising, really.
Well, yeah, I can't understand some of the bullshit people go on. It's just free advertising for them. What the hell's wrong with them?
So so we're gonna go ahead.
Real quick, I just want to say about what happened to my last stream.
Oh, what happened? I didn't see it.
It got claimed by whoever. It got claimed because I played the song "Lost in Hollywood." Now, here's the thing: I did play the song "Lost in Hollywood," but it was a cover that I played. Me singing it live, and somehow it got claimed.
Well, it's the way that the North American Copyright Act works in regards to music, SOCAN and ASCAP. And how it works is it's the main riff of the song, the lyric and the melody that are copyrightable. And as such, all karaoke and whatnot gets a copyright claim in North America.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how it works. That's exactly what it is. Because I do a whole bunch of those funny songs on the Canadian Thomas channel, and I'm using karaoke backtracks, singing over top different lyrics, and almost every one of them gets a claim.
Well, the thing that I'm surprised about is
you don't own the music, right?
I was just going to say I wasn't even playing a backing track. I was literally playing it on my acoustic guitar, right? And somehow Google managed to flag it and say, "Look, your ad revenue from this is going to someone else." Now it's probably going to get less views than most of my other videos, so I don't really care about the ad revenue. But I'm just surprised that it managed to get claimed.
Hey, if I were you, I'd be flattered because that just means that you played it well enough where they thought it was the actual song. So
you can actually sign up. You can actually sign up. I was reading this just the other day. You can actually sign up for some sort of partner thing where you actually get to share the revenue or some baloney.
Yeah.
Like where they'll actually give you some of the revenue for your cover of their song. I mean, but you don't own the song, fair enough, right? So.
Yeah, true.
Okay, so I'm gonna turn this off the display screen, and then I'm just gonna take you guys and switch you off what you're seeing for a second, so I can switch you to a different a different window. But we are going to...
I'm still so shocked that all that salt didn't make it magnetized.
It's amazing,
crazy.
isn't it?
It
Like
was
I can't believe a flat earth was wrong about something scientific. Mind is blown.
Especially somebody like D Marble. Come on, he's on top of things. He's there. He's in the action.
That was Russian vids.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Yeah. Oh, still, you know.
No, they're in the same. They're in the same field. Like they're both very out there.
Yeah. They're both geniuses in their own minds.
Yes.
Insane.
So, you guys have seen this MMS stuff and everything, right? Obviously.
Yeah.
It's kind of crap, right? Like it's So there's this guy I found, and I'm gonna bring him up here. When I find him again.
I just want to say that I came to a revelation just now.
Okay.
You know, people say don't stick your balls in between a vice, and I'm just realized that you can, just as long as the vice isn't magnetic.
Exactly. So there's that, and then I'm gonna get you guys so you can see it. And a window, and here you go. There you go. And now that everybody can see it, I can bring up my chat of my own stream here again, so I can see what the hell is going on. See, I've got 2 of my own damn streams up. That's part of what's probably causing a little bit of delay in my system.
This is why podcasting is so much easier.
It definitely is damn well easier because you record it, you put it up later. It's way easier in that regard. But I don't want this stream to go all freaking night, so let's get into this guy a little bit, and then we can start figuring out about getting off. So this was kind of a good test for the bear, or, you know, I'm going to apparently look at this partner program that this other program that allows me to maybe make something. I'll make like a shitty beaver that terrifies people. They'll be like, turn it off, turn it
we're all
off.
gonna work on getting off.
You should stay with the Velociraptor.
I'd love to get you off, buddy. Wait, what are we talking about? Sorry.
Stay with
I didn't
the
think others
Velociraptor.
were around. Thought we were in private conversation. Where is it? Okay, you guys can see this. So this guy is one of these MMS douches, and he also is one of these people that says he can run shit on water. And he's also one of these guys that can, like, oh god, right? See what I mean? Okay. And he's also not an actual doctor. So, yeah, shocker, right? Shocker.
Yeah.
I found this one. We're gonna start with. You guys can still see that, right? Can you see the step by step, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Unfortunately.
Yes, I know. It's for you. Okay, so watch the professionalism of this. He almost makes it seem like he's not crazy. That might be a hair loud for people. Ooh. He must be a scientist. Look how professional that entrance was.
Many people ask me what is the difference between MMS and chlorine dioxide. MMS is the name that Jim Humble has given to this solution that is not a legalized medical product at this moment. Here we have a 25% sodium chloride solution.
So these douches are telling people to mix sodium chlorite, which is an industrial chemical, with, it used to be citric acid, but this guy's explaining how now they do it with hydrochloric acid. But essentially they use a few drops to like activate it, and they're making hydrochloride gas? No, hydrochloride, chlorine dioxide. That's it, chlorine dioxide gas.
Didn't this mixture take down the Tursk? Or the Kursk?
I think you're thinking of mustard gas, maybe? That's like...
No, the Kursk was hydrogen. It was a hydrogen peroxide and kerosene, if I remember correctly.
That sounds terrible.
Still,
What was the
wouldn't this
torpedo
end
that
up
hot
being
ran?
super corrosive?
Wouldn't what be corrosive?
What he's getting ready to make, wouldn't that be like super corrosive to anything metallic?
Well, it'd be super corrosive to anything. I mean, it's gonna be an oxidizing agent that he's producing. So, now, okay, I read a lot about this baloney before I got started here, and there was only one use of this that I actually could see them arguing might actually do something, and it was malaria before you've actually become fully infected, because like it courses into your liver. But even then, unless it coursed into your, because malaria targets your liver and then like fills up your liver and then explodes outwards. But like if it went into your kidneys, then this would arguably be, I mean, they claim that the chloride, the chlorine dioxide gets into your whole body because it's a gas or a soluble gas. Anyways, they're basically mixing bleach and then they're drinking it.
What?
Hydrogen peroxide for the Kursk.
Thank you. That's what it was.
Yeah, see, like,
So
these guys
would it be appropriate for me to say that this person on screen should go drink bleach?
Yeah, I think you should definitely drink lots of it. The pure stuff too, the stuff that actually says Clorox on the side, because it would be a great gift to humanity.
Yeah, the stuff that when you drink it, you just know it's working. You're just like, oh yeah, I can taste the burn.
They definitely clean the whole set with it.
If you go to most of these websites, okay, now this is a hard subject to search for, because like I'll show you something here. I think everybody can just come with me on this journey here. I'll just make a new window. You guys can still see that because I think I'm staying in the same window. Oh God, stop the pain. What just happened? Why are you what is going on now? End the pain. I don't kept opening new windows. I gotta just start one at a time and see what happens here. Hit the proper.
Bernie has failed at high IQ research.
I got a lot.
That's what I was just gonna say.
This is just not working out. At least we won't have to listen to the dummy again.
Jump in your car and it would work.
Okay. So now watch this. Watch this, guys. Okay. I want them to be able to see the search bar at the top. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, hold on 1 second here. 1 second.
Looks like a bunch of water in beakers.
It's trying to look all sciencey. You know, you can trust it because it looks all sciencey.
Exactly.
Well,
he has a white lab coat on. He's in a white room. Everything looks to be sterilized.
That's exactly how you know that he's a scientist, because the white lab, the white butcher's coat, just like JM Truth.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, is this where JM learned
Anthony
it?
Riley as well.
They all go get the. It's like I need to go get myself a butcher's coat now. I'll start a video with a butcher's coat on and be like, with a pipe in my mouth.
I'm trying to find my sidekick for my upcoming experiment, a Morty outfit. I'm just going to dress like Rick.
Okay, so now watch this. If you do MMS, and then I think if you do recent, you don't get much. I can't remember. Maybe I was searching it wrong the first time. Maybe I'll make myself a liar here. Let's see what happens. Yeah, you get breasts. You get some
Great
tied
tits.
up. Yeah, but see, none of this is what I'm looking for. So now watch. And then you get like the main stuff, but then, and you know what? I'm gonna make myself into a goddamn liar. Now, I must have been searching it wrong earlier. But either way, it's if you go to a lot of videos, they're deleted. Even though some things are on here, but when you click on, they're deleted. And I found entire web pages where while you're researching, it's just really hard to do the research. But these people are essentially telling people to drink bleach, and they claim that it's a cure-all. Essentially, it's drink bleach.
So it's like a scientific version of jelly juice is how they're trying to market it.
Yeah, like this guy apparently
same color and everything.
This guy claims he's on. Well, I think he says.
And we take a few drops. We will prepare a standard solution with 3 drops, and in this case is sodium chloride.
I think I'm watching Dark on Netflix right now.
3.
What are you watching?
Well, Dark on Netflix is dubbed over in English because it's a German show.
After this, we take from the activator, that's in this case HCl 4%, another 3 drops.
That is making chemicals.
That's some precise measurement right there.
Yeah, see, I eyeballed it and everything. It's amazing.
See, now here's exactly. Thank you. In fact, you hit the nail right on the head. Okay, so now here's the problem. If you put too much acid, you get way more. I think it's chlorine dioxide, which is
that would be it.
essentially bleach. So it's a form of bleach, and so if you do it too much, I guess if you mix this wrong, you get sick or die. I think there hasn't been a lot of deaths, but there's been a lot of illness. So,
yeah, well, I guess I don't take it in like high doses though. It's just.
Well, he
Long
does
time ago, it was
dilute it
taking
pretty
citric
good.
acid, but we
and,
don't take it
I
in.
mean, let's face it, we have chlorine in our water sources, but like at a much lower level, it's fairly regulated. Like, the problem is they don't understand too, because like, okay, so they take an adult dose, but then they'll mix the same shit for their kid, and then they'll feed it to their kid and be like, here. And the other thing is, he claims, okay, so this is where it gets really bad, honestly. Okay, so whatever, he makes the damn solution.
It is never taken like this, concentrated.
If you can't take it concentrated, that's kind of the first sign.
After approximately
Like that little bit, you can't take that tiny bit concentrated. Never take that tiny little bit concentrated. That's kind of a bad sign right there.
1
But
minute,
then-
the reaction has finished, and what we then do is add a glass. Represents a typical dose and amount of the liquids.
And then he gives you his little disclaimer at the end that says, if you fucking die, I'm not responsible. This is not medical advice. So, like, it's
Wow. So,
pretty typical.
I'm pretending to be a doctor, but it's not medical advice. I'm just spewing shit out of my ass, pretty much.
But to show you guys real quick, and I'll try to drive this home first before we start moving towards ending or anything like that.
Is this next level Hamas, like
this is the window I want.
homeopathy bullshit?
The next level what?
Next level like homeopathy bullshit. Now they're using extra chemicals.
Oh yeah,
instead of onions.
this is exactly what this crap is. It's like oh, we'll just, because hey, listen, bleach kills all bacteria. So if we get bleach in our bodies, hey, bacteria's done. But
Yeah, I don't see the issue there.
And anything else organic for that
yeah,
matter.
that's the problem. It talks about breaching the cell wall of the bacteria and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, and every other cell it comes in contact with on the way.
Yeah. I mean, it can't just differentiate.
It doesn't at all in any way,
Right.
shape, or form. It absolutely targets every bit of tissue it comes in contact with. Now, that's why I said the only thing is like certain things, like if you had a disease that infected let's say the kidneys first, and you drank some of that, if it had a period where it had to infect the kidneys or something, then, you actually could argue that might do something, because that's how they target cancer in the kidneys, for instance. They like, if you have kidney cancer, they go, okay, Hans, drink this solution, please. And you drink it, and then it's like full of radiation, I guess. And then they basically like flood your kidney with radiation.
Yeah,
and
they
they
can
actually-
trace through it, and then they can take the scanner picture, whatever the hell you call
They
it,
can
on
do
my
that,
brain thingy
or
blank.
what they can do is literally give you just radioactive iodine to drink.
Oh, right.
And because your kidneys clean everything out of your system, it takes it and stores it in your kidneys. And they try to have you, I think they try to have you hold a full bladder for as long
Hold
as
on,
you
Beaver.
can and stuff.
We got a few people in the chat complaining your voice is a little quiet.
How's now? Oh my
There
God,
you
I'm
go.
so sorry, people. I love you all. I guess I'm just
Eat that thing.
My mic got too far back. Eat that fucking mic, boy. Anyway,
Swallow it whole.
did I get louder for
But
you guys
there's-
when I did that, or what?
Oh yeah,
Okay,
way
good.
better, man.
But there is the thing, I don't know if you've heard of, has any of you heard of vitamin B17?
I have
Yes,
heard of
yeah.
that.
It rings a
Yep.
bell, yeah. But
Yeah, well, this supposed vitamin its real name is amygdalin, right? And there are some people that say, "Oh, this vitamin it appears in things like apricot seeds, and it'll cure cancer." The problem is that it's made of, well, it breaks down into three components. The cells in your body break it down into three components. It breaks it down into glucose, benzaldehyde, and hydrogen cyanide.
Jesus.
What
Yeah,
the
and-
hell?
Yeah,
Some really fantastic chemicals to have in your body.
Well, I took the B17 to clean my system out to take a drug test to pass it, so I could keep smoking. That's about it. It worked.
And
Yeah, it's
so,
what-
And so essentially what they say is oh, the cancer, it'll target the cancer cells because cancer cells have a particular molecule which breaks down amygdalin. But, you know, there are other cells in your body that have this molecule as well. So, and people have they've actually done trials to see if amygdalin would heal people that had cancer or cure cancer. And every trial that they've done of it, they actually had to, the clients had to pull out due to cyanide poisoning.
Holy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I don't think I'll be signing up no matter what.
No, yeah.
Depends on what the pay is.
Yeah.
So
hey, if it's from allegedly Dave, I'll give it a try. Otherwise, forget it.
Hey, it sounds healthy when he talks about it. So I mean.
So right here it says that Dr. Andreas Ludwig Kalcker, whatever. I want Kalcker would have been better, but is a ruggedly handsome polyglot. What the fuck word is that? Polyglot? I don't even know what that means. With a
I thought you were trying to say phallic, but yeah, I don't know.
No, I was trying to read a real word apparently. With a cool set of wheels, but there are far more important reasons to dislike him. And then, of course, it tells you how he promotes the MMS chlorine dioxide cure-all, an industrial bleach. I'm gonna get so much hate for this video.
Nah.
Oh, they're haters. Those people. They're the new flat Earth.
Yeah, who cares if they hate you? They can go kill themselves.
I don't get enough hate on my channel anymore. I really miss it. Flat Earth.
I like how the doctor's in quotes at the very beginning.
Well, because he isn't a fucking doctor. Look at first of all, this is the best part. Dr. Kalcker simultaneously puts forward the competing views that autism is caused by mercury in vaccines and that autism is caused by intestinal parasites that, of course, he can treat with the MMS.
Well, of course.
Not a medical doctor.
Fucking idiot.
Kalcker also illustrates the use of corrosive black salve on his website as a way to treat skin disease, a strategy which is known as an effective way to, and I don't know what's been happening here, if these are like alterations, but it says to like get rid of your nose. Like look at, like there's lines somebody's like lined through the article.
Yeah. Get rid of your. Yeah, I'm so pissed off my goddamn nose. You know, I'm sick of having my glasses being held up. If I wear glasses, you know, I just want that to be open.
I think what they're trying to say is it eat right through your fucking flesh, though. Because I looked up what black salve is. I've never heard of it. Look at this. This is the craziest thing you'll ever see. It's a brand name of popular alternative cancer treatment. The product is commonly classified as an escharotic, like
I've also called an aphrodisiac.
No, it eats flesh. It functions by attacking and destroying human skin tissue and creating an eschar, or piece of dead tissue. The product will consume cancerous and healthy cells without discrimination. As such, it can be destructive and dangerous to patients. So he's like, yeah, just throw a little of this on your skin. Don't worry. If your arm has a hole in it later, we'll talk.
Take it. But
that's normal.
Vaccinate. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, he's gonna be one of them too. You know it.
Yeah, you can self-induce flesh-eating disease is much better than a vaccination.
There's
pretty much, yeah, in their eyes, yes. Absolutely.
So
I'll be right back soon.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah.
We'll keep going for a couple more minutes, and then I told my wife it was gonna be like an hour. And it's like getting on closer to 2, so you know, maybe we should get the whip out. That's fantastic. So now I'm dreaming.
There you go.
Get the
back
whip.
to that leather.
I mean, I'm not really into leathers and chains, but if she was, I would be. I mean, I'll do anything. So,
exactly.
There's no such thing as no, baby. There's no such thing as no. Are you out there listening? There's no such thing as no.
Why did I just see somebody's eye roll in the back of my head?
Well, there's never such thing as no on my end. It's always, well, come on. I gotta do the man thing here. I gotta take care of some dishes. You know, I got swoon.
Yep.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah,
That's fair.
I just jumped over to his HHO powered engine website.
This is where I was going next. Thank you, God.
Did you guys read this fun little thing here? Further down the page, a 37-year-old housewife had a skin condition that later, at Duke, proved not to be a cancer. Oh, you're moving.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I see what you're talking about there.
Convinced that it was, she had gone to a backwoods healer who applied a salve. Soon, a quarter-sized hole disfigured her nose, opened up the nasal cavity. Duke's plastic surgeon had to build her a new nose.
So that's why it has a new nose thing. Yep, that's a good way to lose your nose.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I mean, if I was going to lose my nose, it would be to a good old-fashioned cocaine addiction, not some stupid crap like that.
Exactly. Right? Make it worth it, you know? Like, have a good time losing your nose.
Yeah, what the hell is wrong with people?
Like a bunch of hookers, then you lose your nose, then, you know, hey, life well lived.
It's almost as good as having ayahuasca in the jungle or something. Ah! I don't know. And then they go crazy and stab somebody a bunch of times. Like, I don't know what happened, man. I was just on some crazy shit.
You just have to do that song. Wasn't me.
Shaggy, that's a classic.
That's it, yeah.
But she caught me on the counter. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
Oh,
She saw me banging on the sofa. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
She heard me. It's like I remember thinking, terrible liar, terrible.
Yeah.
That takes me back to my childhood though, because that was in the '90s, and I was born in 1990, right? So that's just, oh man, that's funny.
Yeah.
But yeah, I glanced over his HHO engine shit. Yeah, I'm gonna do a whole video debunking that bullshit now.
Nice.
Well, I was gonna have a little bit in mind too, so don't be offended when that comes, because I was that's why I was looking at this douche.
Yeah, but I know all the technical shit for that. Essentially, what he's done, the electrolysis is relevant for what he's doing. He's injecting H2O pretty much into his intake, which slows and cools combustion. So in theory, you chemically raise the compression ratio so you get slightly better performance out of your engine. But we've been doing that shit since World War II. Actually, probably earlier than that.
I thought it was funny because, yeah, he's not getting anything better out of that though.
No, not with the setup that I thought.
Did you? Yeah, because Jesus Christ, this is where I was going next. Oh, these are the winners right here. Oh baby, check that shit out. Look at that performance you get out of that hog.
Yeah.
Look at that. That is some performance gaining stuff right there. Look at this. You just make this tiny shitty fucking can made like Listen, if it was this easy, I don't know why we're not doing it. Oh, that's right. It's a conspiracy. The oil companies don't want us to know.
Well, of course.
Yeah, I mean, if this thing worked, every electric car would have one in it and have its own power station. Boom, done, next.
Well, this is basically a hydrogen engine is what he's essentially made, I think, is it not?
Yeah, this is fucking so ridiculous. It's not funny. Oh, man, I want to have a go at this, too, damn it. But you guys, go ahead. I won't do it. Go ahead.
Engine technology does work, and I've been to a couple demonstrations of it working, but it's incredibly inefficient at the moment.
That's right, yeah. I mean...
Well, I'm not saying hydrogen doesn't work, but he's not going to be running it off of a goddamn Smucker's container.
No, not what he's doing is essentially water injection, which is a very old school way.
Meth water injection? You can do meth. Yeah, I've seen meth water injection. It gives you okay.
Yeah, well, and keep in mind too with big oil. One thing I'll actually give, not conspiracy theorists, but big oil. If it wasn't for them, we'd probably better electric vehicles by now.
Aren't you liable to fuck your engine up though when you fuck that up and it sucks in a column of water?
Oh yeah, man.
That I don't know.
When you hydrolock it, you're not. Yeah, you're not getting the warranty after that, baby.
I mean, you'd have to suck in that. Well, you'd have to suck in not that much, I guess, to hydrolock it. But at the same time, like, yeah, like that's what I'm thinking. Like all of a sudden, the thing, like you like roll, like you hit a bump and it like sucks a bunch of fucking water, and then the engine just dies.
It would depend entirely on your static compression ratio, but if it was something like a Honda VTEC that runs a relatively high compression ratio, it wouldn't take a lot of money or a lot of water to ingest to do serious permanent damage.
That's right. Oh man, and you know, basically, if you check out what's going on here, because obviously we're not getting hydrogen out of that little fucking thing, right? So the water vapor coming off, really, what he's got is an old school '80s water spray type intercooler off like a Lotus or something, except there's no turbo.
Right. Well, you can use water injection to cool. like it was used in World War II for turbo supercharged engines to cool the combustion chamber down to a steady enough temperature that they could fly at high altitude.
He's just using He's using the cooling
right.
effect created by evaporation, is what he's essentially doing, right?
Right. Pretty much, from my quick glance of it, that's all he's really doing.
Well, because that's all you can do with that is you're creating. That's what meth water injection is you're creating like the rapid expansion of gases creates a cooling effect. That's why.
Yep.
So then what happens is because it sucks the heat. Okay, so anybody who doesn't understand the physics of that, when you hold your thumb at the end of a hose and you spray that water around your thumb and it comes blasting around your thumb. Thermodynamics is kind of my field, everybody, so this is where I shine a bit. When you spray that water blasting around your thumb, what happens is there's a pressure change from a high pressure to a low pressure environment, and some of that water becomes a vapor as it atomizes around your thumb. And in order to become a vapor, it needs to absorb a lot of energy from the environment. Well, where's it going to get that energy from? Well, it gets it from wherever it can at that point, and it sucks it right out of the tip of your thumb, which is why even with relatively okay temperatured water, your thumb will actually tend to get pretty cold on the end of a hose when you're doing that, because it's actually cooling your thumb down. It's literally using the principles of refrigeration on the tip of your thumb.
And that's like the same thing when you hold your hand like a car going on the highway, right? Where your hand's cold from the air hitting it and taking
that's different because that's just because the air is being removed from your flesh faster than your body can replace it in that case.
Yep.
So that's the difference there.
Wait, so you're telling me that refrigeration is actually increasing entropy? Like more than if you weren't refrigerating something?
Well, okay, so refrigeration, like in an air conditioner, the way an air conditioner works is that you create what you're doing is it's designer chemicals that boil it and condense at the right temperature. So what you're doing is you compress it as a gas. It comes in as a gas that's absorbed energy from the house, let's say, and it's a high energy gas basically, and it comes in and it compresses it into it's a low energy gas. It compresses it into a high energy gas. And you know how that works. It doesn't create heat. It pushes the molecules tighter together when it compresses it. So the compresses it, which makes it hot. It doesn't like create energy. It just puts the energy in a tighter package. So
that's right.
So it makes it hot essentially, and then it puts it to your condensing unit, and your condensing unit does exactly what its name is. It condenses. So it blows the heat out, and that's why the heat from the energy essentially from your house is exchanged to the air outside. When that hot gas goes through the rad and gets the outdoor air blown through it, it turns into a liquid again, and it condenses down. And when it leaves that outdoor unit, it should be a liquid, and it goes inside as a warm liquid, but it's a liquid and it's had all that energy dumped out of it. So now when it goes in and it hits essentially your thumb on the end of the hose, remember I talked about the thumb on the hose? It goes in and it hits a metering device on the inside of the building, like at the indoor coil, let's say. So it comes in as a liquid, hits a metering device, which in the old-fashioned ones is just a little hole, literally, or just like a tube of a certain length. So it has to force the bottles up there and creates a pressure difference because it's high pressure on the one side of the bottleneck, and on the other side it comes tearing out of this tiny hole and sprays into a big opening. So it's the exact same thing as the hose and your thumb on the tip of the hose, and then the water coming out and bursting into the air around it and just getting having ultimate expansion. So it's
it's almost atomizing it, right?
That's exactly what happens. Some of it atomizes and becomes like rapidly flashes and goes right from a liquid to a vapor state right then and there. Right. And when it does that, though, it has to get energy from the environment to do that.
That's right.
It cannot,
that's your cooling effect.
Yeah, it cannot. Well, so it cannot make a state change. You cannot convert a liquid to a gas without putting, I think it's 2 million joules per kilogram of water, which, by the way, if you put the same amount of energy into a kilogram of silver, it would be hotter than the surface of the sun. To show you how much energy it takes to boil water. So that's why air conditioners suck up a lot of energy when they're running to cool and dehumidify the air. So it hits the inside coil, it expands rapidly, some of it vaporizes, it absorbs energy, that's the cooling effect on your thumb, but it pours in there, some of it comes in as like a liquid, as a mixed liquid gas state, and that's where it boils in the indoor coil, and while it's boiling, it absorbs that 2 million joules per kilogram. Now that's water, not refrigerant, but you get the idea. It absorbs a massive amount of energy to make a change from a liquid into a gas. And then it travels back outside because it's being pumped out there by the compressor. And it travels back outside where the compressor compresses this gas that's, essentially feels cold, but is actually full of energy it's absorbed from the inside of the house because it's a gas now. You've turned it into a gas, and then you compress it back down, compress it, heat it back up, condense it, and rinse, repeat.
Now, here's the real question. Do you think D-Marble would be able to get that? Because that's physics, isn't it?
Yeah, that's physics.
Fuck no.
You should have seen the math to become a refrigeration red seal. That's why I get pissed off at these douchebags sometimes, because they say things that are infinitely stupid, and they say that we don't know what we're talking about. But like, that's so dumb, because I've done so much math. It's disgusting. And
well, that's the worst thing too, is their arrogance, right? They just think they see one video and they just think they know all about thermodynamics when they don't know the first thing. Like, I mean, I don't know a lot, but I'm willing to admit that I don't, and I'm willing to listen. Whereas they're just,
energy.
My father used.
Sorry, go ahead.
Would you guys like to see the math book for the blueprinted shovel head that's in my personal Harley Davidson?
Oh, nice! I would love to.
You can share it.
But it's one of those things in life. My dad used to say, "Don't get caught talking when you should be listening."
Exactly.
But
essentially, what he's made is vaporized water injection, which really it would be more effective just to use a high pressure pump and spray water through some kind of a nozzle into the intake instead of what the fuck he's doing.
Yeah.
These guys are.
I mean, that's just a convoluted way to do something simple that we've been doing for a long time.
Yeah, it's essentially nitrous oxide makes more power because of the temperature drop at the intake manifold than the oxygen it adds to your cylinders.
Exactly, because of density with the temperature drop, right?
Oh, yeah, we've been on high pressure systems. I've got almost negative 400 plus degrees consistently at my intake manifold.
Jeez.
Oh yeah, you could freeze meat quite quickly, or put a soda can on it and watch it explode when you get done making a quarter-mile pass.
Wow, that's cool.
Stringer News once said something about absorption refrigeration. I'm not sure exactly what he means, unless he's just talking about. I don't know what he means by absorption refrigeration.
That's above my pay grade. That's in your ballpark.
Maybe I'd probably just I call it something else. That's the problem sometimes with different areas, is we have different terminologies for things, right?
Yeah.
It's like any internal combustion engine. I don't care how efficient it is or how much horsepower it has. It's really only maybe 33 to 40% efficient because you lose so much to friction and heat losses.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. There's a lot of moving parts in that engine, man, and they don't move for nothing. Like, you don't get a free lunch.
Refrigeration is pretty. Sorry, go ahead.
It's the same thing we've been playing with the drag cars lately. If you run the engine temperatures higher, we make more power, but you can't sustain it for long periods of time.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't give up as much of our cylinder heat to the engine block to waste it. We use more of that heat energy to push the piston down.
Well, yeah, exactly. Just try and keep it efficient if you can. But
if he's talking about like in RVs, but I don't know, is he talking about the refrigerators in RVs? I actually don't know as much about that form of refrigeration.
They work in a different way, Beav.
They're completely different.
You're talking about like propane style ones?
Yeah, I think because they basically work in the opposite way, do they not?
But yes and no, because I don't remember exactly how they work. But if I'm not mistaken, the propane is just the driving force that basically replaces the compressor. It's really the same effect, I think. Because they used to generate refrigeration with like in Kings and Castle times. Like it wasn't as good as it is now, but they would cool meat. Like if I can probably search it right here on one of these things here. I'll look it up because I'm almost positive that I can probably.
This is cool. Stringer News is saying hydrogen and ammonia.
Yep. It's I know what he's talking about, but I haven't done any research on it.
Okay, yeah, I know like where I work, they use ammonia to keep everything cool for like the drinks and all that, but I don't know the process, obviously. Just
Yeah, it's in hockey rinks too, because recently in my area they had a leak and somebody got really sick because of the ammonia.
Yeah.
Well, ammonia
I was
is not
driving
good.
Sorry?
Ammonia is really
talking
bad.
about ammonia
It's
or
not good.
bromine absorption systems. They work completely differently, Mark Bezier says.
Oh,
and
yeah. See, the thing is, I learn a bit about ammonia, but I'm not I actually learned a lot about ammonia, but I don't deal with ammonia almost ever.
Yeah.
There's not, the thing about ammonia is you're only going to run into it in like arenas and stuff, and you don't see a lot of them being built these days. So there's only so many companies that are going to deal with an arena.
When our arena locally here had the problem, they had to bring in a company from like hours and hours away because we don't have anybody locally that does it.
Yeah.
Stringer's saying right. You add heat to cool. Yeah, and that's exactly how those old school RV ones work.
It's energy, right? It's
yeah.
Ancient refrigeration. They had ways of doing it, and I can't remember how they did it, but it was like it was pretty interesting shit. I seen a diagram one time. It was like, let's just see images. They did something where they would burn steam, and they had like shaftways, but that's way medieval. That's the word I want. How do you spell medieval? It's just medieval, literally.
Medieval.
Well, like didn't the Romans used to just have water flowing through the walls of their homes and shit?
Well, they did that for heat. They did things where they had ducts basically built under the houses, and so they'd have like heating chamber areas. But I've seen we learned about it at school. But essentially, they did the same thing with steam, where they would use steam, where they would like burn a steam just like a steam generating system, and it would like create pressure by rising into the next chamber. And then that would create an updraft from the chamber below it, of course, right? Because heat would rise, so it would create a negative pressure. As it rose up, it would create a negative pressure and suck the air from the chamber below. And when you create a lower pressure, you create a cooling effect right away because pressure-temperature relationship. So there's you get a bit of a cooling effect from that. And then they did some sort of thing where they would have like a tunnel. They had a tunnel underneath where the water, they had like a layer of water that would run through like the aqueduct would go through it or something. And the idea was that there would be evaporation of the water, which could create cooling, plus the low pressure environment, which would create cooling. And they would use that to somehow bottle it in another compartment, and they would store their meat in there. And this was not a common thing. This was something that the main castle might have had or something.
Mm-hmm.
Because that way the wild boar harvest that came in wouldn't go bad over the weekend or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or how about, did you guys hear about the Einstein fridge?
No.
Damn it, kid! Play this link. I'm watching you, Jen Morgan.
No, it was a fridge that he invented back in sometime in the early 20th century, I guess, because he saw. You ever heard that one show on Discovery Science, some inventions that shook the world, or whatever it's called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so like every episode was a different decade. It went from 1900s to 1910, and etc. up until the year 2000. And one of them, they're talking about the Einstein fridge. I never heard of it before that. And it's a fridge that has no electronic parts and has like no because that was before Freon, right? So it's people were dying from the coolant.
Listen, refrigeration. Listen, everything, propane, that red tech everybody buys. You know those propane things they sell at the. People are like, oh, I bought a refrigerant right at the hardware store or something like that, right? Those things are like, in the States it might be a little different than in Canada, but in Canada, if you go to the store, you are not allowed to buy an actual refrigerant, but you're allowed to buy propane. So they'll sell you those Red Tech R22 refill containers, and they're just like modified propanes, because anything that liquefies and gases can be a refrigerant. So like water is a refrigerant. That's why those steam systems I'm talking about did work. But refrigerants work way better because they're designed to liquefy and gas where we want them to. They're like, think of them as designer waters,
We can buy R134A pretty easily, but any other refrigerant you have to have a permit and a license for.
I don't think we can get 134A here easily either.
Okay, man, I was just checking up quickly. So yeah, the Einstein slash Sizzler is Sizzler. I'm not sure how it's pronounced. It's an absorption refrigerator. So would that be like the same absorption they were talking about before in the comments there, or because there's no moving parts?
Well, we'll see what he says here.
Guys,
wondering what this.
Mark Bezier has an Einstein refrigeration demonstrator from 1933. It has propane, ammonia, and water in its cycle.
Interesting.
Okay.
And you can do it with there's a carbon dioxide refrigerator that was made in Europe. It runs on, I think it wasn't very high power. It just used carbon dioxide and it liquefied it, gassed it, used it as a refrigerant. The reason it's never going to be approved for a household is because the pressures were in excess of like 2,000 or 3,000 psi. So like if somebody put a screwdriver or like put a drill like through the wrong pipe at the back, it'd like blow their face off. So or there was an accident shipping or something, it would be dramatic.
Explosive decompression.
Well, the pipes, like they had to use like iron pipes on them because it's like, it has to be just like a cylinder, like a nitrogen cylinder or something. It has to be made of real material. Can't just be some
I've seen nitrous tanks explode at the track. That's fun as shit.
That's disgusting. I bet you it's crazy. What's the case? I can't play this whole thing. What are we talking about here? Give me a time code, brother.
Well, let me just look over. See what she posted there. I didn't see a timestamp. I was expecting like a 2-minute video. It's half hour.
Reaches the bottom.
Jen posted the entire video.
Dry, it will be concentrated, but it will be quite warm. And so then this pump will pump this through to an evaporative cooler on the other side, where a similar radiator like this is immersed in a water bath, and where air being flowed by these fans through these evaporators will cause a lowering of the temperature of the desiccant, which then will exit here and rise to the top of the dehydrator.
See, that's essentially what he's doing right there. He's using water as an evaporative cooling effect. So it's also the same thing that you get from a swamp cooler, which is essentially the old-fashioned like brick of ice with a fan on top of it kind of thing, or a fan behind it. And you get a cooling effect, and it's just you're getting some of it's just like radiative cooling or just the cooling of the sorry.
And it sucks.
Well, yeah, it's a moist, stinky, sweaty, wet cool.
Yeah, they call them swamp fans in the desert. I was in 29 Palms, and people use that shit instead of air conditioners for some stupid reason, and it was so freaking hot.
What would they do? Just put a bag of ice in front of it, or what?
No, they just poured water in the damn thing, and then a fan blowed over it. I'm like, this is what you have? It's 100.
That just sounds like a humidifier, basically.
That sounds like a humidifier. That's what I was saying.
And I'm sitting there laying on the damn floor. I'm like, it is so ungodly uncomfortable in out here. I'd rather go outside.
That's funny, because that's what I was gonna say. Is the problem with these systems is that your humidity goes through the roof. See, with with an air conditioner, because it's mechanically cooled, right? The refrigerant is separate of the actual like moisture in your house, so you get the moisture runs down and into the drain, and it leaves your house. So, anyways, we've been going for a while here. We should probably start wrapping this up here. Is there any other things other than these? There's these crap heads we can get off the damn screen, and and I will put this over here. Oh, that is not where that went. Too many tabs, people. Too many tabs.
Too high IQ.
The IQ is very high. We're so high.
I only have 4 tabs right now, so I'm just like, duh. Like,
I thought
I've only got 2 open on my phone. So.
Oh man, how do you not fall down?
I thought maybe.
I got a whole lot of tabs open.
Well, we all know that. We've seen your video.
I thought more tabs the better. So hey, everybody, thank you all for showing up. We have 71 people in the live stream. I think it's amazing. I think that thank you guys for coming. I haven't full disclosure. I haven't Canadian. Oh well, yeah. I'll read that.
Just check it after. Just check it after.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's a private message to me, guys. Yeah. So I mean, you derailed me though, right off track here.
Sorry, buddy.
What was I even saying? Oh yeah, I've been trying to get a video out, videos out, but like this week I've got to travel for work, and you know, I put my comments out on my channel page about my bees and how they're all basically at that special point in the year where harvest is coming on hard. So I'm going to be trying to put a video together in the next few days, but I don't know if I'll be able to get it done. But I'm gonna try to live stream maybe a little bit more and make up for it like that. So.
Live streams are always fun.
Yeah, live streams are fun. Yeah. Plus, this is kind of cool. I like it's a little bit. Yeah, okay, it's a shitty bear, but you know, it's kind of interactive. It's a little bit more to look at. You can actually see. You can legitimately see what I'm doing. Like my eyeballs.
I like it.
Like my eyeballs actually. Like this is like left, right. Like you'll see it in.
And I'll tell you this: there's a reason Braves want you see it in person. Honestly, he's 3'5", has long purple hair. 1 boob and 5 nipples. You don't want to.
5 nipples. That's like the 3 boob chick on Futurama, or what was it?
No, it's just one eye.
No. I'm talking. No, there was all kinds of people in Futurama. I mean,
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I know who you're talking
every-
about, Leela. I know my Futurama, but anyways, so let's get through the people here so we can get everybody off and on to their own lives because they've been patient and hanging out, and I'm sure people want to get going. So we've got Canadian Thomas. What you guys have been working on the shills? You can doing some stuff.
Yeah, we Logical Troglodyte in the chat there, myself, Jim Bojo, Jut Monk the Drunk Monkey, Sarcastic Barman, AB Science, and Dead Kennedy in Space. Did I miss anybody? Fuck, I hope not.
Probably,
and Look
but
a
who
Pig
knows?
and Turquoise Laura are on the team. We got a new live thing going every Saturday. It's really fun. We're having a blast.
All right, cool. And then we got Christ Puncher. You don't have anything YouTube-wise going on. You're working on your ginger tan, I can tell.
Yes, I'm trying to let the skin get back to a regular color, not just red.
This guy lost so many balls in the water today. I lost a few in a row, but he lost like 3 sleeves.
Hey, in 18 holes, I only lost just 2 sleeves. No, I was on my 3rd sleeve, so I think I lost 7 or 8, which is honestly better than I thought I would do.
And then both are fun. Yeah, I'm just reading the comments here. Yes, and it was a lot of fun golfing with you and Factard, and I would love to do it again.
No, that was really fun.
That place was like, they were like $69, please. I was like, holy shit.
Oh, I know. Yeah, yeah. I got the
cart too, and I paid for half the cart and everything.
12 balls, the cart, the thing of
you must have
tees,
paid a
and
ton of
the
money.
green pass. $140.
Jesus. Yeah, she went like, I was just doing 18 holes plus like half the cart, and it was like $69. I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck? I was like, I put my cash back, stuffed my cash back in my wallet, pulled my credit card out. I'm like, here you go. Okay,
Hey, at the
so
very least, they had some pretty cute girls working there, so
the drink girl was absolute smoke show. Yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Crash's RC budget builds. What have you been working on? I know you've been doing a lot of live streaming lately. Or you
yeah, I've been doing
haven't
a
been
lot of live
lately, but
streams
you've
and-
been live streaming.
Well, I haven't done as much in the last week since I got approved to go back to work. I got to kind of make money, but
of course,
I'm doing one right after this, and we're going over my Canadian bacon conspiracy. Factard should be there.
Excellent.
I may be pop in for a minute if I can, but otherwise I do have to make appearances and get some things done here. So if I don't be offended, I appreciate you coming to mine here.
Oh, not a problem, man. Like I said, I'll be going. It'll be
sending
about
them.
20 minutes after I get off here. I'll get stuff set up and running.
Yeah, keep sending them. If I don't come, just keep sending them. I'm showing up. I'm happy to have them. So, ooh, Stringer News.
Yeah,
How did
same
I-
here.
Jesus
Same here,
Christ.
Crash. Same here. Send them away, That'd be awesome.
Rainy Bear. Wow,
I'll-
Stringer News. Look at
I'll
that. I'm gonna move that.
Be in the chat at least. I'll be in the chat.
I'm gonna move to the right so you can see that. Stringer News. Everybody, Stringer News 1. He just said Brainy Bear. Hey, you know what's funny about that is you don't know this, but my nickname is the Bear. With my family, I'm the baby bear. I'm the babiest of the babies in the. Well, that was until
And
baby
I
babies
almost
started coming
forgot.
out.
I'm going to be selling Kristen Laserbeam's bathwater for the sum of $69.69. So we have that going on too.
Yeah, that's a good business right there.
Anyways, if I didn't probably finish though, in the sense of I want to just say thank you very much, Stringer News 1. I don't know where you get your pockets full of money, but we all appreciate it because, yeah, aren't you already he's on the bottom there. Let's see. He's gonna be right here somewhere. Stringer News 1. There he goes, right there. Right there. I see you. There he goes. Woo! We got another one. Sacrificial Ghost. What does he say? Okay, I gotta read this, guys. Here's for the Labats or cash. In it for a toonie or whatever goes covered money you have. Whatever. Yeah. Whatever animal covered money. I do have a pocket full of loonies right now. They jingle when I walk. Just $1. And the toonie is the $2. You're right. So thank you very much for the $10 Stringer News. Thank you much for the $5 Sacrificial Goat. And then, okay, Planar Walk. What do you got going on? I know you already came out and said you're working on a game. I thought maybe you were working on a board game, and then you indicated to me that you had a soft lock you were dealing with today, which is some sort of glitch in the Matrix, you said. So I realized it was actually a video game at that point, which is really cool.
Yeah, so the game that I'm currently working on is called Flurfia, and it's about if the Earth were to actually be flat. And so essentially what you're going to be doing in this game is you're going to be trying to expose the conspiracy, because in this game there is a conspiracy that the government is trying to impose to hide the fact that the Earth is flat in this world.
Can I play as Dell?
No.
You guys all have that on fast now, on a button now, don't you?
I love that soundboard action when you can just bring it up.
And then, okay, so sorry, I was just typing some messages there. And then last but not least, we have IndyCar Sports Car Podcast. That's the weirdest name ever, dude. And then also, I call him Frank. And what is he?
It's really just the Indy Sports Car Podcast.
I know, but you need the
we named it that just because we wanted people to know what the hell it was when they saw it.
I don't know what it is apparently, and I've been hanging out with you for a while.
Well, if you're
he sends me pictures from the battlefield, if you will. He's like, look at these cars go by, and I look at them. I'm like, don't get me wrong, I do look at them, so send them. But it's like, oh yeah, look at them go. I just am not into that racing.
If you ever need a panel member for the podcast, let me know. I live and breathe auto racing.
Well, that's his thing. I do the way off with him. He's got
Yeah, Brainy does Way Off Topic Radio with me, and the Indy Sports Car Podcast, and then I also do LIW, the Twilight Zone Review, and it's all on reddragonsradio.com. So
cool.
You're also on Podbeam too, aren't you?
Yeah, we host through Podbeam, but it goes out to like 100 different sites that it doesn't matter. But reddragonsradio.com is a central site for everything.
Ah, okay. So yeah, there you go. Red Dragon, what was it?
reddragonsradio.com.
reddragonsradio.com, and you can hear my sexy raspy voice and this guy over here called Frank. And then we had, with the last one though, we had Phoenix on, and you're right, that was some sexy chemistry. You guys, it's pretty funny. I would post it on the channel Stringer News. I'm no Aussie Globehead, but I try. Yeah, he was dropping hundies on was it Red? Oh my goodness, who was
on
it?
Red? Yeah, 300
wow.
that one time.
It was crazy. Yeah, good. I mean, it's good for Red. Great. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Besides, it's not about how much money people drop. I mean, hey, listen, $2, $1, whatever. I'm happy. It doesn't let you do one, but you get it. I don't even know what I was talking about, but the bottom line is that we're all at a fun night. And oh yeah, that's all I was gonna say. Is on the last podcast we dissected Puff the Magic Dragon. It was a lot of fun. we were watching him fondle that child good. You'd have to go watch the podcast to know what we were talking.
We also had the infamous Sir Sick on 2 weeks ago. So there you go.
I think it was more like 3 or 4 now. Time's flying, buddy.
I know, yeah. But hey, Sir Sick doesn't do anything but what he does, so having him on the podcast was cool.
Yeah, but he talks to us now. That's what's important. He'll actually answer us. I know, I saw that. You actually talk to him regularly.
Yeah, he said I shouldn't have a license, and he's absolutely right.
Yeah, well, we're supposed to keep. How many cars have we ruined?
4 work vans and 3 kids.
Yeah, it's terrible. Anyways, okay. I don't want to hold people too long. I appreciate everybody being here. It's getting awfully late for me. I've got nothing but this accomplished, but this has still been a lot of fun. And my wife might even be in bed. I have no idea at this point. So everybody, thanks for coming out. And say your goodbyes. Everybody say bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
Don't leave me.